I'm in the top of a pine. It's very windy yesterday. Very windy, probably 25, 30 mile an hour gust. So, and it's leaning, so I make my little notch, start cutting, and what do you think happens? The wind comes now and starts kind of lightly bringing it backwards on me, pinches my saw. I get the saw out thinking I'm going to pull it out, get set, push it over. Well, in the midst of me putting my saw away, the top comes out right on top of my shoulder. It's a good thing I cleared some of the limbs because something was going to catch me. And if it was any bigger than what it was, it might have pushed me, like taken me off my spikes, you know, and I would have slid down the spar there. So what do you do in a situation like that, Dan?
Well,
the wind catches you, and all of a sudden you're in a position you can't put a rope in it. Like, hey.
I mean, what was the diameter that you were tied into up there?
I was tied in right below it. It was the top, maybe this, maybe
right.
6 inches.
So, generally pine you can climb up to 3 inches pretty easily.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're worried about the wind, which you got to be concerned about the wind, I would have just climbed up higher and made the cut from there.
That was it. It was.
Well, did you have a handsaw with you?
No, I did not.
So, I mean, basically, you want to, you know, industry standards tell you to keep 2 hands on a saw. It's not a bad idea. I mean, we know as production climbers that's not always going to be the case. So, if you don't feel like, you know, cutting with one hand and pushing with the other, you know, getting yourself properly positioned to do that, then you could partially cut the back cut and then push it over by hand as you finish the cut with a handsaw. However, I'm thinking to myself, like, it pinched the saw. Were you really clear that it had lean in your favor to begin with?
Absolutely.
So it was just the wind that was holding it.
Yeah.
Give me that angle again. How? It was leaning that far, have that much front lean.
Had a lot of brush.
Front lean, and the wind pushed it back to pinch your bar. Well, then, I mean, I certainly would have waited until the wind dissipated before I pulled the saw out.
I had.
When you pulled the saw out, you gave it just a little more room to push back.
The saw was off, and it was, once I pulled it out, it came back. I said, oh, God.
Yeah, but see what I'm saying? It probably wouldn't have come back if you'd left the saw in there till the wind had dissipated. Then you could have just finished your cut. You know, or you could have put a pull line in the first place